Good morning everyone, Dylan Mangel here with Nebraska Extension, and today I was able to sneak out of the office so we can get some work done on this planter. And because we've got some last minute planting to do, that little surprise field I've been holding back, we're gonna plant sunflowers out there. Sunflower is a bad rotation crop for soybeans with white mold, but it's a good rotation crop for soybeans in our disease nursery for white mold. So follow along as we fix our planter. We've got a new shank here, get it all tooled up and then modified so we can put a bag of sunflowers down in our field. So first things first, remember that this shank is broken. There's some other problems with this planter. Opening wheels are worn out. Here's the bottom part of that broken shank. Now it's just dangling. Things all worn out. So we need to replace this whole shank and a bunch of other parts along the way. These scrapers are on backwards for some reason. So we're just gonna do a full little rebuild of any parts that we can replace easily and have essentially a new planter for next season and for the sunflowers we're gonna put in. Here's the new shank. Here's where that other one broke. So step one is just gonna be to strip down this old row unit, pull everything off of here so we can get the new shank in place. And then of course, that's the core of the unit, so everything's built around it. So it's gonna take a minute to get everything pulled off of there. I'm just gonna jack this rear end up. There's not a lot of weight here, but that'll take the weight off of it. I'm gonna unbolt these and get this whole thing off of here. That's it, it's off. Now we can set up and rebuild the new one. Well, here's where we lost it. Right there, just like that. Out with the old. Everything went back together nicely. We had some seized pins. I had to get some stuff. I had to drill out some pins, get everything taken care of. We're almost all reassembled and then we'll be ready to go. But first we need to go pick up a new mower. We've got all kinds of mowers, but we need one that's a specific width. So we're gonna go grab one and hopefully get that up and running today as well. Yeah, so that's the broken shank. That's very fixable. And in hindsight, we probably should have just welded it right back on there and that would have saved 2 days of work.
We're planting.
Yeah. And then another thing I just noticed, we got that sticking out of our tire. You think it goes all the way through? Pull it and see if it hisses. Put it back, put it back.
Wow.
Okay. We got the tire patch kit. We're gonna put a plug in there. Yeah, now pull it out fast. Yeah, look at that. Look at you. Now you're certified on that. For ours, that new white plate is a sunflower plate.
Okay.
So there's 10 spots around it. That's the sunflower plate generation 3.
Yeah.
And so I printed this one, designed and printed.
Oh, wow.
And then generation 4 is the white plates. There's 10 slots around it, which is 1/6 of what's on our bean plates, depending which plate we have in.
Yeah.
We did some testing with the new bean plates and with corn meters as well. Both of them work. I think the new sunflower plates on the bean meters work best. So I think we should try that first. So we're just heading south. We're gonna run down to Waverly, pick up a mower. We need a 5-foot wide mower deck, which is gonna match our tractor. It's also going to match the spacing we've planned out in this sprinkler field to minimize the amount of hand mowing and weeding and weed eating we have to do to keep it looking nice throughout the year. Got all those wildflowers. They had to plant that.
Yeah.
That's a good mix.
Yeah.
They're out spraying beans. Okay, we got the mower back and unloaded, and we got the planter put back together a little bit. We had a couple of holdups, but we ended up putting new opening discs on there and new scrapers, a new whole shank on this left side. It all came together really nice. We essentially have got a new row unit here, and we had a pretty decent row unit on the right already. So we're going to get these boxes on here, put sunflower plates in there, and get everything set up and calibrated and go out and try to plant. So this is what a bean plate looks like. This one has 60 cells, and those beans just will fall into each of these little wells. So here's what we're gonna put on there. These are gonna help the seeds fall down into those channels. This is where that seed's gonna ride and get locked in. And these holes around the edge are to show, we can see if there's a seed inside of there from the outside. So we can see if it's working. Inside of here, these are brushed bean meters. So down here is where all the seed sits. Once this comes around, one of those wells is gonna fill with a sunflower in this case, and it's gonna ride up into here, get locked in, and then it's got these brushes here that are gonna hold it in all the way around, and then the brushes stop right here. That's gonna allow it to fall out and then down this channel into the row unit, into this seed tube, and then into the furrow in the ground. So to install this, it's as simple as putting it on, making sure it's on there tight, and then using these wing nuts. And then this is the drive right here. So the planter row unit's gonna drive this as the unit turns, and that's what's gonna allow these seeds to ride all the way around. Every time one of these gets here, it's gonna fall out. Okay, so we've got some seed buckets under there. Let's go grab the sunflowers and fill these up. And then we will spin that out, see how many seeds we catch, and we'll count based on the number of turns we do.
Yeah.
That's probably a lot of seed. Probably way too much seed. Okay, so I'm gonna go in, I'm gonna spin that wheel, and we're gonna watch what comes out of the bottom here. Let's just do some tests to get it primed. Oh, look at them go, man. That's a sunflower planter if I ever saw one. Okay.
This is fine. Should we start counting?
Yeah. Let's spin it 3 times. 1, 2, 3. Let's do some math. Banu got 38 and I got 37, so maybe it just needed to prime. Maybe we needed to wear in those new plates. Who knows? So we're going to do some calibration math, and then we're going to take this out to the field. So this is our transmission where we set the gears just to get it at the right rate of speed per wheel travel. And we're locked in. Beaker gear on the bottom, a 30, and then a 24 on the top. No, a 26 on the top, right?
Yep. 26.
So the ratio of those 2 gears is going to be the ratio that we're losing in turn speed. And then that's how many seeds we'll drop. Perfect. All right, I plugged in our GPS and got us onto the right field. We've got to get in here and do some mowing cleanup after this, but we'll see if we can get these sunflowers in the ground. We're rolling now. So we changed changed row cleaner settings to float them a little bit more. Row closing settings. It's getting a little dry. We're planting later than we wanted to, waiting for those parts to come in. But this is an experiment anyway. All right, we're engaged. The ground's a lot harder than when we planted beans like a month ago. We adjusted our planting depths a little bit. It's planting good. Let's dig and see if we can find how deep they are this time. So the row's looking really nice. So there one is right there. It's a little over 1 inch deep. That's pretty deep now. That's really deep now all of a sudden. 2 inches there, what? There's a couple, we're a solid 1.5 inches, 2 inches. Yeah, we'll move them a little shallower. We actually brought it up 1/2 inch. We want to be between 1 and 2 inches. All right, so that's it. We got sunflowers planted. We are ready for the season and we're officially done. Way too late, but we've got some flexibility with those sunflowers. Now we're fully on to weed control mode. The whole month of June seems to disappear in weed control actually, but we'll get that done, and then the beginning of July, it's fully into white mold season. So we will start preparing for that. A lot of our trials are white mold trials, so we're going to be fully involved in managing that and observing that. Thanks again everyone for watching. If you have any plant disease, plant health questions, feel free to reach out anytime. We're happy to talk and we're happy to show what we've got here, so ask questions in the comments. So that's it. Thanks for watching.